they'll share it. So I want you to look at this, I think it's one page back. And this is a sheet of paper. I want you to get this out. Get a pen or pencil, number 2 pencil, preferably. That doesn't have to be a number. I was joking about number 2 pencil. And I want you to look at what this is saying. This is saying, what action can you take in the next 24 hours to forward Habitat's vision of providing affordable homeownership for the people of Wake County? What communication could you have? Who could you lead or follow? I want you to think about this in a particular way. I want you to think about it in a way of not who could you call and try to twist their arm. I was in a United Way meeting, and I will not divulge who said this. And we were talking about CEOs and how a lot of organizations aren't giving things. And someone said, well, we need to just call and shame them. They should be ashamed for not doing more. We just call and embarrass them. So how's that work? Does that work good with you? People call and shame and embarrass you? I mean, you might write a check, Maybe not. Daniel Pink wrote a book called Drive, and it talks about the 3 drives. And the first drive is get something to eat, right? Stay warm. I think we all got that one handled, right? We got something to eat, and y'all have a house to go home to. Second drive is carrots and sticks. Drive 2.0, he calls it. You do well, I'll give you a carrot. You don't do well, I'll do a stick. That's shaming people, right? Shame for you should give more. I'm giving, you should give. And it works to whatever level it works. But Drive 3.0 is the drive that he says is going to make the difference going forward in business. And that's where you actually connect intrinsically with something someone's interested in. And I say the way to connect with things that people are interested in is to say what inspires you and to say what excites you. The brain works kind of funny. Whenever I'm talking, who are you thinking about? You. I mean, I hate it, y'all, but it's true, right? I mean, you think, is he almost done? When are we going to go? Well, I got stuff to do today. Well, this is kind of interesting. This isn't what I thought it was. I mean, you're thinking to yourself about you and how it relates to you. So if I share about something that's particularly moving to me, it may make you think about what's moving to you. And then I can ask the questions to have that come out of you. So what I'm asking you to do is something a little different. I'm asking you to share yourself. I don't want you to have a communication with somebody to say, we're doing the CEO bill and you should do it. It's a good idea. I want you to call somebody, and I want you to call somebody you could call. Not somebody Habitat could call. You know that person that they wouldn't take their call, but they'll take yours? They look at their cell phone and they go, oh, it's so-and-so. I'll take that. Call them and tell them why you would do something like this and what it means to you and what's happened that's moved you. Share what's moved you. And when you share what moves you, you move people. When I first started in AA, the most interesting thing that I learned is that you can't tell people what to do. I mean, that's why that program works so well, because no matter where someone is on the scale, when they go there, nobody's going to tell them they need to do anything. All people share is their own experience. Their own experience, strength, and hope. And they tell stories about how they were able to get through a day. And they tell stories about how they reconnected with people they haven't been connected with. And tell stories about making amends to people they wronged and how those people still hate them, but they were able to face up and make amends and restitution for what they did. And they just share these stories, and it just moves you into action in a different way than if they came in and said, you should do more of this. What I'm saying is that's what I want you to do. I want you to share yourself. I want you to share yourself in a way that inspires people. You know why second chances are important to me? Because I got one. You know why living a life that I love is important to me? Because I do. So instead of telling you should do it, I should tell you about how I do it. So I want you to write down a name on here. I've got these questions to kind of spark you to think a little bit, but just write down a name or initials, because some of you might write down a name. And we're not moving forward till you write something down. That's just how it's going to be. We're not doing it. You don't get to hear from Kevin. You don't get to eat. You got to write down initials or a name. Somebody you'll commit to calling. Call them before lunch today, because inspiration has a shelf life, y'all. If you're feeling all inspired, what I can count on is you won't later. You've been to speeches before, right? You know how this whole thing works. I want something to happen. I didn't come here this morning just to be funny. I want something to happen. I want you to make something happen. So talk to somebody. Share why you do this. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have somebody share. And I can't wait to hear from Kevin Trapani. I don't have a bio to introduce him. You're going to be introducing him. But this is a guy who's got some stuff to share. So y'all's ears should go boop. Get ready to think about how this can affect what you do and how it can be implemented in your organizations. Thank everybody for listening to me, and welcome back up. Introduce.